Right, I think I'm about ready to start. Haven't really had much of a chance to play around with this version of the build. I have been playing around a little bit with BarraCuda 3, but as you can see, this is revision basically 2184. So it's gone through quite a few revisions over the last week or so, various bug fixes. So this is Phoenix Point BarraCuda 3, which is due to go out to the backers on Monday, 10 AM Pacific Time, 6 PM GMT, or Universal Standard Time, whichever one you want to use. Full disclosure before I start, I am the community manager for Phoenix Point, rather, community manager for Snapshot Games, so I'm employed by the developer, and therefore you should probably assume that anything that I say about Phoenix Point is going to be biased. This stream isn't really going to be a full playthrough, because there's actually quite a lot in this build compared to previous builds, and there's a few different mission types, there's some extra skills and abilities for your units. You can take bigger squads, you've got the geoscape, which is probably the most important thing, you've got new environment types, we've got new enemies, so there's a lot of stuff in there. So, let us go. I'm going to start a new game. You'll see there's a continue button here, and this is because we actually have a save game feature now, because we actually have more than like one random mission, and there is some progression. We still don't have the campaign in here yet. We still don't have the word's not coming to me now. It's pretty late at night. Bear with me. It's 20 past 12 in the morning. We don't have the event system in. We don't have the research and development. We don't have the base building. All that stuff is going to come. You can see it's actually up here. Still many things to add to the game. Subsequent releases will add new mechanics such as haven economy, faction diplomacy, events, base construction, research, and character progression. So there's a lot more stuff to come that isn't in there yet. So we're going to go in and start a new game, and we'll have our first look at the geoscape. So this is our first implementation of the geoscape in a BarraCuda build. And it still does its usual thing of sort of simulating all of the positions in the background. I'm just going to quickly restart, because in this current build we actually have a little bug, believe it or not, where if you start in Australia you get stuck. So I was quite unlucky there, so I'm just going to quickly restart that. Out of all the places where I could have started, it decided it was going to spawn me in Australia. So the build is already trolling me, and we haven't even left the base yet. So go on, put me somewhere in the middle of Europe this time, please. That'd be quite nice. Well, not exactly, but we might still be able to reach somewhere. It's not a particularly good spot. We'll see what we can find. We might be able to do something with this. I don't mind restarting multiple times. So, here we are. This is the geoscape. This is our map of the world. And it isn't finished yet. I know it has gone through quite a few different design iterations. We keep sort of experimenting with the colours and the overlays. We're trying to find something that looks good, but at the same time is easy to read, because there's going to be a lot of information on the geoscape. There isn't much at the moment because not everything is implemented, but more stuff will be going on over time, so it will look more and more busy. So as you can see, we start here. This orange circle is basically the travel distance for our transport, which is right here. This is our Manticore, our aircraft. And then we've got this red circle. This is actually mist. So our base is pretty much on the edge of it. So the little yellow Phoenix Point icon there, or the Phoenix Project icon, indicates that this is our base. This is Phoenix R&D 3. These are all just placeholder names. Our Manticore, Manticore 1, our ship, we have our Heavy, our Technician, our Assault, and our Sniper, and we also have a single Armadillo on there as well. We're still playing as New Jericho in this build, and you'll notice on our base we have this little icon that basically means it has a refueling station. So whenever we come back here, we automatically refuel and it doesn't cost us anything. So all of these little icons with question marks on, these are points of interest that we can go and investigate to see what is there. If there's a solid circle around the outside, it means that we can travel there and travel back. We have enough fuel to make the round trip back to base. If you see a circle here that has a broken outline, that means we wouldn't have enough fuel to get there and back. So what we would have to do is either build a refueling station or actually spend some resources to refuel. So let's go ahead and check the one closest to us. So I'm going to go ahead and select my manticore. I could do it by clicking on here as well. If you click, it cycles between the base, the ship, the base, the ship. And we are going to just go and right click over here and look at this one in the mist. As you can see, it automatically unpauses the geoscape and moves over there. And we have our first scavenging site. So what we want to do here is eliminate all the hostile forces, and we can claim all the contents of the crates, or we can collect what we want and exit the site. We're going to be seeing crabmen, mist sentinels, and mine fraggers on this map. And it is in the mist zone, which means it is more dangerous. If we complete this mission successfully, we will gain 5 tech resources, 20 materials resources, and 10 food. Materials resources is essentially used for building new facilities. Tech is used for certain higher end facilities and research, and food is used for getting new troops. So let's go ahead and visit the site, and we'll drop in and do this mission. I probably won't end up playing all the way through the mission, because they can take quite long, and there's various other different mission types and things on the geoscape that I want to show you, so I will try and go through and give you a variety of things. So let me just go ahead and make sure that I have my free camera on. Don't need the gamepad on because I'm not using one, so I can rotate the camera freely. So the first thing you're going to notice here is we actually have this little orange exit area. This allows you to basically get your troops to the exit area. If you get everybody out, then you end the mission, and anything that you're carrying with you at the time, you leave the map with. So if you don't want to stop and fight anything, but you can easily get to a crate, you can go and empty that crate, put all the stuff in your inventory, and then go and run away. We've got our armadillo here that we start with, and I think I'm going to start by putting my heavy straight in the armadillo, because, you know, it's the armadillo and it's really good. You will notice that we do have some extra abilities on these guys. We've got the Rage Burst on the heavy. This is something that we did show off in a video on the update. Basically allows you to select 2 points and you spray the entire area. And it does cost 5 will points. You know, they are quite expensive abilities to use. So let's just go ahead and stick him in the armadillo. There are a few bugs with this build, so, you know, do bear with me if anything starts being a little bit janky, as it can happen. We have the rapid clearance ability, which is the new ability for the assault. It allows him to take up to 3 bursts at 1 or more targets with no action cost. So we can actually spend will points instead of action points and take up to 3 shots. Our technician doesn't really have anything new because he already has quite a lot of stuff as it is. But he does have the rally ability, which allows him to boost other squad members' health. And then we have, on our sniper, we have take 2 shots with double accuracy. So these are just some examples. Again, we haven't done any balancing yet, so there is going to be some things change. We will be balancing these out, changing these abilities over time, adding more, of course. But we're just doing it a little bit at a time. So, yeah, the guns that they're using at the moment are the same. The default ones are anyway. However, some of the Phoenix weapons are actually in this build. You don't start with them, but we have put some of them in crates, so you will be able to get a hold of some of them. This is also a different map type as well. This is actually one of the scavenging sites, so you'll notice that the buildings here are all sort of wrecked and, you know, they're falling apart. They're all sort of rusted with holes all over them. You'll also notice these spawn points on the map now. So there are certain points around the edges of the map where aliens can spawn reinforcements in, and they're all clearly marked. Certain types of missions have them in the middle as well, like base invasions and things like that, so you will see those around. This is one of the smaller maps, actually. The maps do get quite a bit bigger than this. Nice little system there to be able to see things that are hiding through walls. So lots of little changes there. Let's go ahead and, well, we can see a crate. We can also see 4 aliens, including this guy up here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. So this guy is... he's half melee. I mean, he's got a grenade launcher and a big pincer, so I'd prefer not to be hit by him, if at all possible. We'll go ahead and see if we can take him out. Let's go ahead and use our sniper, because he'll have a pretty good shot at him from here. We actually see 2 targets now, so we could take a shot at that guy. And he's actually got 3. Guy over there, and... no, apparently you can't see that one. Oh, a little bit buggy. So I don't really want to be hit by this guy's grenade launcher, and I'm going to take the risk of trying to target that and see if I can take it out. I probably won't. If I could take his arm out, that'd be great. But it's very risky. We could miss this. No, we actually got it. Took his arm out, so now we can't use his grenade launcher, and I'm fine with that. I'm going to move forwards a little bit with my technician, and we will throw out the trusty turret. It'll be very useful for us on this map. And I'm going to go ahead and probably... do I want to take a shot with the assault or just put him on Overwatch? I think I might actually take a chance here and use a grenade. Might not quite be enough to reach from there. Oh, that's a tricky decision. Okay, let's go ahead and just go on to Overwatch. We might be alright. So, let us do that. I can still use this thing, which is fine. Yeah, there are various different mutations that are already in. The way that mutations work is they happen sort of on the strategic level between missions. So you'll do a mission or several missions, and then you will find at some point that the enemy sort of changes. It'll also be slightly different depending on where you are in the world as well. We've got this guy over there. He's got a grenade launcher. He could be problematic. You're going to die out anyway, so I don't care too much about you. Let's go ahead and take a shot at this guy. He's hiding behind a tree, but... oh, there we go, we got him. Excellent. So, they already start to lose some willpower. And I'm going to go ahead and move the technician a little bit, because I don't like the fact that there are so many guys around here with grenade launchers. I prefer not to have them all standing next to one another. So, let us go and do that. We've also got the new inventory system, which looks the same still in the tactical missions, but the inventory system on the Geoscape is a lot more involved because you can manufacture stuff and you can pass it between your various soldiers. So I will show you that when I get back to the Geoscape, if I remember to do so. Let's go ahead and just end the turn here. Ah, well, you would set off the Overwatch. That was just bad luck. We gained some willpower. You're going to jump down. Or are you going to fire a grenade or come over here and try and thump me? No, didn't do either this turn. He's got 2 guys here. You're going to come and try and do something, aren't you? So you will find there's a little bit of lag between enemy turns at the moment. This is something we're aware of. In goes the grenade, as expected. Bit of damage to the turret, which I don't mind too much. The turret actually returns fire, hits the barrel, does some damage to it, but also kills one of the guys off, so that is excellent. So yeah, I do love return fire. We took a fair bit of damage there, but no bleeds. So not overly concerned about that. Let's go ahead and just move forwards a little bit with this guy, and let's take this opportunity to use our rapid clearance. So we'll take a shot at this guy, and he's down to 1 health and he's bleeding out. Apparently I don't have a shot on the other guy, which I find quite ridiculous. I guess I did move into a really stupid place there, didn't I? So that doesn't help me out much at all. Let's go ahead and move over here. We will have a shot from here. Can't use my rapid clearance anymore, but I can still go ahead and take a normal shot. Let's just go like straight for the face. Didn't actually get the bleed on him that time, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm going to go ahead and... oh, that's a lot of will points. That would basically panic me and leave me without any will points to do anything useful with. Let's go up here and get right in his face then with the technician. And hopefully we'll be lucky. I want to go around the map because I do want to try and find some of the mist sentinels. It did say we will be seeing some in this map. You're going to die off. I think you'll be fine. We can see a few other aliens, so I do want to back off just slightly. And let's move forwards with the armadillo. See what we can find. And we've spotted a crate. As you can see, the pause system still works. So whenever you spot something new, even if it's a crate, you will automatically stop moving. And I think we've still got... you can see somebody, can't you? Who can you see? You can see that guy who's going to bleed out on the next turn, so we don't care about that too much. I don't really want to go in for any of these crates, because I know how these games work. I know how Julian plans these things out. Let's move forwards a little bit with the sniper, put him in a better position. We've still got our heavy in there. Let's go ahead and end the turn. He bleeds out, as expected. And here is our first Mindfragger. And we've got another Crabman at the back there with a grenade launcher. Decided not to use it on me this time. I would like to take you out, very much so. Can we get a good line of sight on you with our sniper? Maybe. Maybe possible, actually. So he's quite far away. What sort of weird mutation has that guy got? It looks a little bit different to the ones that I've seen before. Just try and zoom in. No, he's one of the same ones. Okay, that's fine. He's just facing sideways, so he looks a little bit different. So let's go ahead and see if we can't hit him somewhere where it really hurts. We do have this lamppost in the way, which is a potential problem. I'm going to try and aim roughly for the torso, because we could hit his arm or his leg. We could get incredibly unlucky. Broke his torso, 6 damage, 1 bleed. That might help us out. I'm going to move forwards a little bit with the technician, and I'm going to go ahead and put him on Overwatch. And I think it's probably safe to move forwards a little bit with our assault. And you know what? While we can take a shot at this guy, let's just go and take a shot. There we go. He's got 1 health left and a bleed, so he is done for. And yeah, where's that Mindfragger? We can see him there. He's right at the edge of the map. They still have quite a bit of health, and they are fast. Now, they can't do an awful lot to the armadillo, so we'll go ahead and leave you there. Is there anybody that I haven't moved? No. So he leads out. So there's one of the bugs we've got at the moment. It is something that we are aware of. Bear in mind, this version here isn't the same version that you will be playing if you are a backer. We are still working on these bugs. And we won't have crabmen with extremely long, stretchy necks, which is something that just cropped up in the final build. It's a bit annoying, but it's also hilarious. So you are over there. You are hiding behind that wall. That is something that I very much do not like. Let's go ahead and move the armadillo over here. And then we can get a decent shot at this thing. That's very small, which is the big problem. It's very hard to do a lot of damage to something that is so small, but we were lucky, so we'll take that. And let's just move up with some more of our guys. Not too sure how many enemies are on this map. Do the crabmen bug aliens have individual parts? Are you referring to the Mindfraggers? The Mindfraggers have 2 parts, like the body and the head. And when they actually attack, the head detaches, the body dies. I will probably show that off, although purposefully getting your guys attacked by a Mindfragger is not a particularly good idea, but we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and end the turn. Oh, would you look at that? There's a guy with a grenade launcher hiding around the corner. Well, that's XCOM. Phoenix Point. Right, so we do have a Mindfragger in there. He's going to be annoying. Let's just go ahead and straight up try and take that guy out if at all possible. And I will try and show you guys how the Mindfragger works. So let's go ahead and see if we can get rid of this guy first. It'd be nice if we can actually just take him out of this fight. And indeed we did. I'm going to bring my assault forward, because if anyone gets caught by the Mindfragger, I want it to be the assault, not my technician. My technician can remove the Mindfragger quite easily. I'm also going to bring my sniper up to provide some assistance as well. He doesn't really have a good line of sight on it. Now, you can shoot them off your own soldiers. It's not highly recommended. So if we just move up to this position here, so we get a shot on it, we should be able to see. So there is the torso, The legs are individual as well now. So there's torso, individual legs, and it's got the head as well. So yeah, even these little guys have their own unique little parts. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see if it attacks us. I'm sure it will. Oh, it actually went for my technician, you absolute git. I suppose my technician was the first thing it could see. But that's basically what these things do. They latch on. So, technician can normally remove these things, but in this case, he actually can't. He's a little bit stuck there. So the body has now died off. And my technician has basically got this thing stuck to his face. So this is going to be interesting, because we don't really have an easy way to get this off. And our technician is now hostile. He's under alien control. So I'm going to go ahead and try and carefully remove this. Try and carefully remove this with the assault rifle. Do you know, that's probably not a good idea, really, is it? Trying to remove this thing with the assault rifle. Let's go ahead and switch to our sniper's pistol. And I'm going to go and move nice and close. And we will go ahead and... well, we can get a couple of shots at this, and we'll probably need them. So let's go ahead and use our gunslinger ability. And we're going to try and manually do this. We want to hit the mine fragger without killing our technician. It probably won't work. Oh, how did I miss? This was a little bit glitchy there. Go on, give us another shot. There we go. We actually got it off. Did we even do any damage to the technician? I'm not sure if we did. No, he was actually fine. I'm quite impressed by that. We do get use of him back on this turn, and I'm actually going to use him to heal up our assault while he's here. Well, I'm glad he survived. Now, that was just one mine fragger. You will certainly see more of these guys. They are not friendly at all. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go and put this thing sort of in a defensive position. And hopefully we can deal with anything that comes at us. That's not the button that I wanted. We'll move you around here. You do have a line of sight on something? You're incredibly far away. My chances of doing any damage to you are low, so let's go ahead and overwatch. And see, there's the ability to remove the mine fragger. You do need to use the exoskeleton for the remove mine fragger ability. So let's move you over here and we'll put you onto Overwatch as well. And I don't want to take a shot with you. We'll just wait it out. We'll let them come to us. Well, that was a pretty pathetic Overwatch shot through the wall. Unlucky all round. Incoming grenade. Nope, he's thinking about it. Okay, now you're going to come forward. You're probably going to grenade me. No, he actually moved. He didn't move far enough to grenade me. That's good. I like that. Let's go up here, get right in the face of this guy. I'm not going to use the ram. There is a little bit of an issue with the ramming ability at the moment. It's causing a little bit of performance drop, so probably not best to do it while I'm trying to stream. So let's get that thing killed off nice and promptly. Let's go ahead and switch back to our sniper rifle, and we can probably get a fairly decent shot on this guy from this distance. We're very unlikely to miss. Let's go for the head, because the head has less armor than the torso. Although it was the torso that we hit. But we should quite easily be able to move in and finish this guy off. Question is, are there any more enemies on the map? And there we go. That was actually one of the slightly easier scavenging sites that I've done. Yeah, the technician didn't take any damage because I actually just hit the mine fragger. So as you can see, the scavenging site is cleared, and we actually gained 2 New Jericho sniper rifles, some shotgun ammo. Oh, have we actually put the shotguns in now? That's new. Grenade launcher ammo, grenades, pistols, and PX is Phoenix Project. So we've got Phoenix Project pistols, Phoenix Project grenades, and the rewards that we thought we were going to get. So let's just go ahead and hit OK there. And what I just want to do now, I'm just going to return back to base. And you can see that orange circle's now become wider because we've just refueled. And I'm going to show you a couple of the other things. So we've got the squad roster. This is what you see when you have your transport selected. If you hit the squad roster, you basically get this screen here, and this allows you to see everyone who you have, basically, not just in that one base, but you can see that everyone here is on the Manticore apart from our Assault, who is injured. We can go in and edit the roster, which basically allows us to send these people to other places. So we can take them off a transport and put them in a base. We can take them out of a base and put them on a transport. We can swap them between transports and things like that. But we also have the option to edit soldiers. And this is our pre-mission loadout screen. So you can see here we're looking at the heavy. And if we wanted to, I mean, let's look what we've got down here. So we could go ahead and take the heavy's helmet and just replace it with a standard assault helmet. I mean, if we wanted, we could just put the heavy in standard assault armor. So now you have a heavy in standard armor. Unfortunately, though, he lacks the ability to carry the shoulder-mounted rocket launcher, because in order to have the shoulder-mounted rocket launcher, he needs to have the heavy torso, because the heavy torso has the mounting point to actually put the rocket launcher on. So we've got all of these various options there. Let's put him back in his proper gear. You can mix and match all of this stuff as well. You've got some other options down here. So providing it's an item that you already have, like a pistol, for example, if you select an item, you can use this button down here, and this will allow you to take some of your resources and craft another copy of that item. So at the moment, in this particular build, you have to have one copy of an item in order to be able to make duplicates of it. But as long as you have a weapon, you can use this button here to craft ammunition for it. So let's go ahead and do something crazy here. Let's flick through and get to our Assault. He will have healed himself up before we go to the next mission. I'm going to go ahead and take away his assault rifle ammo. I'm going to go ahead and take away his assault rifle actually as well. But I need to swap it out. There is a class filter button here if you just want to filter specific things, but we're going to go ahead. I'm going to give this guy the shotgun. Hopefully that's all going to work out for the best. We shall see. Is that the Phoenix Point shotgun? It is. So let's go ahead and give him some shotgun rounds. Now there is encumbrance, so you have to be careful how much stuff you carry. I haven't tried the shotgun out myself yet, so I'm actually quite excited to have a look at that. We've got a fair few shotguns going on here as well. I think I'll leave everybody else with their default gear for now. We do have some turrets. It's never a bad idea to take an extra turret or two along. Turrets are just so powerful, although that does over encumber us. If we get rid of the grenade, I think it's worth taking 2 turrets instead of a grenade. So let's go ahead and go back to the geoscape here. I'm also going to go ahead and click on the base itself, because you have these buttons down here if you click on the base. So basically, if you have enough food, it requires 100 food, we can hire a new soldier. The class is random. And also, if you have enough other resources, in this case 400 materials and 15 tech, we can actually build another Manticore. Just going to go and look at the chat, try and work out what's going on. Can you go to the same scavenging sites after you have already cleared them? No. Once you've already cleared the site, you'll get this little line through it, which means that you've looted everything that there is now. I believe if you just go and grab some stuff and come back and don't clear the site, you can go back in again later. But once you've cleared it, that's it. There's nothing left. There's no reason to go back there. Although there may be other things that happen with those sites in the future, especially once we add the event system. You might find random things start spawning at previously cleared scavenging sites. Will you be able to scale the UI? I do not know the answer to that one at the moment. Like everything else, the UI is one of those things that is still being put together, and it goes through lots of little tweaks and changes and redesigns, and we'll keep dialing it in until we get something that works really well. Techie's colour scheme is clashing with the rest. You will be able in the finished game to change cosmetic appearances on soldiers and items, so there'll be various different pieces of armour that you can change out, like you can in XCOM really, so that you've got things that just look different. You'll be able to change colours and sort of overlays and patterning and stuff like that. So yeah, you will be able to sort of tailor them to meet your needs. So let's have a quick look at what else we've got here on the Geoscape. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick save there. So you do only have one save slot, so it's always worth doing a quick save. Let's go and, well, we can run the clock a little bit, actually. I would like my Assault to get healed if possible. I can't afford to get another one. But let's go ahead and check out another site. And this is actually a Synedrian haven. Now, you'll see at the top here, we actually have these diplomacy indicators. So the first one is New Jericho, the second one is Synedrian, the third one is the Disciples of Anu. And your diplomacy for each faction can go up to +100 and down to -100. You can... There are missions at some of these havens, but at the moment we haven't got the Synedrian and the Disciples of Anu tile sets in there, so they do take place in sort of either New Jericho or sort of independent haven tile sets. So you can get +100 or -100 diplomacy, and that affects what you're allowed to do. So for example, if I wanted to build a refueling station here, I can't do it because my reputation with Synedrian, or at least this particular haven, is too poor. They won't let me build anything there because, you know, they don't particularly like me. So let's move a little bit further on, and we've got another Synedrian base. That's hardly surprising given the fact that you know, they all do tend to clump up. Let's move back down here, and then we're going to take a little trip over to Iceland. Now, these are all in the mist. We can't reach them without running out of fuel. We can click this button down here to disallow, and this will stop us travelling to any point that we can't return from on a single load of fuel. So I don't want that to be on. We do want to fly out here and see what we can find. We're right in the mist. Got another Synedrian base. And we found another scavenging site. This one apparently has a mist sentinel as well. Not too sure what happened to the last one. Let's go ahead and visit this. Mostly because I want to see the shotgun in action. Because I haven't had a chance to try it out yet. And I really do want to have a look at that. But I might just kind of... I might just kind of skip through some of the missions because I don't necessarily want to play through them all. So we do have our Assault guy. Looks like he's got things equipped in the wrong order slightly. But no, he does have the shotgun. Not too sure why it changed the order around there, but we do have a shotgun. Right, somebody go and find me a crab. This is going to be a fairly close range weapon, you'd pretty much expect. Let's go ahead and get into a better position. See if we can get somebody to come over to us. What have we got there? That's a mind fragger. That's unfortunate. Let's get the technician actually in the armadillo. Given the fact that if he's in there, he's going to be sort of safe from the mind fraggers. One would hope. We'll move the armadillo forwards a little. And, oh, we've actually got an enemy in here. Great. Oh, I'd love to just go and shotgun that guy in the face right now. Let's go ahead and use our exertion just to give me some more action points. I can't actually get anywhere where I've got a shot on him. Here I have. Okay, let's risk it. Let's see how this turns. Oh no, there's a mind fragger in here as well. Okay, well, let's give it a go anyway. So we're going to use the shotgun. So as you can see, this thing actually has quite a wide area of fire. It is a shotgun. Oh, there we go. We've just completely blew the mind fragger away. And we did 3 damage and broke the legs of this guy. That said, I still don't want to be close to him because I know he is going to hurt me. I'm going to go and switch to my pistol with my sniper. And my sniper's going to come in here and with any luck save the day. So let's go ahead and see if we can just kill this guy off with the sniper. We don't have a particularly good shot here. We'll try and shoot him in the leg. There we go. Shot to the ass, always a good way to kill those guys. But brilliant, shotgun is in and it is working. I like it. Still haven't seen any mist sentinels yet. It did say that there was some on the map, but I cannot see any anywhere. They're pretty big. Trust me, if there was one here, we would see it. Then they're not easy to miss. Let's go ahead and get up here and just we can have a look and see Maybe there is something that we're missing. Good old jetpack. Get to the high ground. So, willpower boost. As before, if you reach any of these little blue areas, these blue areas mark mission objectives. They will give you stuff, in this case, willpower. And it doesn't look like we've got any sentinels on the map here. So I'm probably going to skip the rest of this because we have already done one scavenging site. And just because I don't want you guys to necessarily see how I'm doing this, because I'll be honest, I'm being an absolute filthy cheat, I am going to just do that and then come back. Using those dirty, dirty dev commands. So what I actually did there is I essentially completed that mission, and it's acting as if I yes, I know, don't judge me. It's been a long day, but I don't want to spend this whole stream just doing scavenging sites over and over again. So we've picked up some more stuff here. We've actually, did we pick up? Have we got a Phoenix Project Grenade Launcher? I really hope we have. I really hope we have. So let's go move over here to the next site. Oh, we've actually found a Disciples of Anu site. Now, the problem we've got here is these three sites. I cannot currently build on any of them. Oh, actually, no, the Disciples will. So this particular haven will allow me to build a refueling station here. So let's go ahead and do that. But if you can't build a refueling station anywhere, what you can do is you can actually just emergency refuel. Now, emergency refueling just uses 20 materials, but you just get one refuel out of it. When you build a refueling station, it's more expensive, but you can go back there and refuel for free as much as you like. Now, one thing that you will find is if your reputation with a particular haven drops low enough, if you build something there, if you've got a refueling station or a radar station at a haven and your reputation with them drops low enough, they will destroy it. So you do have to be a little bit careful. Any plans to have a Phoenix Point LP on full release? Almost certainly. So let's go ahead and get you down here. Oh, here we go. Now we can actually see this haven is now under attack. This is the Disciples of Anu haven actually getting attacked here. So I'm going to carry on moving down here just so you can see what's happening. It might be a little... Oh, we found another scavenging site. Let's ignore that one for now. So it might be a little bit difficult to see because of the colours. But you've got this sort of purple circle. Just slightly more than half of this circle is purple. And then you've got the rest of it is red. So that means that this is basically the Disciples of Anu's forces versus the alien forces. So Disciples of Anu are actually winning right now. We're going to head back there, and that circle is going in the Disciples of Anu's favour. So you can see the defending strength, Disciples, is 11, and the attacking strength is 5. Attacking forces, enemy, crabmen. Well, do you know what? Let's go ahead and join that battle. What I really wanted to show is the Phoenix Project Grenade Launcher. I've got plenty of ammo for it, but I don't know if I've actually picked up one of the grenade launchers yet, but we'll have a look at that. So this is going to be our first Haven defense mission. So as you can see, instantly we have a different tile set. Let's just go ahead and do this. So we've got some more buildings. The guy's right above us there. That's a little bit annoying. So this is also a much bigger map. Hopefully there aren't going to be too many enemies on this one. It says only crabmen. If that's the case, I'll be happy with that. For some reason, we only get 2 shots in the shotgun. That's the downside of it. And where's my sniper? Sniper is over here. We can just exit if we want, so we can camp here in the corner if we wanted to be really cheeky. He's going to be quite tricky to hit there, I'll be honest, but I'm going to take the shot because, you know, I like a gamble. There we go. 6 damage, he's bleeding. He is dead on the next turn. I'll take that. Now let's go ahead and get our technician to the relative safety of the armadillo. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of forces here, so it's probably not going to take too long to clear the map, at least. So let's just go ahead and end the turn. He bleeds out. I was half expecting that to be like the only enemy on the map, which would have been hilarious. And also rather sad at the same time. Really want to show you guys the Sentinels as well, and I'm sure that will happen. Like I said, this probably isn't going to be too long of a stream, because it has been a long day. But what I will be doing, and lots of other people will probably be doing as well, is I'll actually make an edited video where I go through and show lots of bits and pieces that we have added to this build. Here is a crab coming to play. Here's the one that we killed with his very stretchy head. Was that the one we killed, or is that a different one? No, there's already dead crabmen all around the map. Oh, you're not. Please don't. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Well, it was only 2 damage, I suppose. I'll live with that. I'll live with the 2 damage. I'll take it. I don't mind too much. So one thing that I did show you, an ability that the Heavy has, is this Rage Burst. Now, Rage Burst is much more useful if you have multiple targets, to be honest. But the way Rage Burst works is you actually set 2 targets, 2 points. So I can select my first target here and select my second target here. It does use a lot of will points, but I will basically empty the entire... Missed him completely because... Oh, no, he did go down. So we basically empty the entire magazine and just spray from the first point to the second point. And just absolutely murderize that crab. So we've got this guy here hiding in the corner. We'll see if we can take him out. Shooting him. He's hiding behind that lamppost, but I don't think that's going to make much difference. Oh no, it's indestructible. It's like the one piece of scenery that's indestructible. Oh well. I think we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and move forwards a little bit with you. Yeah, there's no such thing as too much overkill. We're going to overwatch with the shotgun. You are going to do nothing right now. The sniper is going to... I don't know what my sniper's going to do. Whatever it is, it's probably a bad idea. We'll put him on overwatch as well, just in case something nasty comes around the corner and end the turn. Oh, would you look at that? They're spawning in. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to stand there looking ugly? I'm going to go with stand there looking ugly. Or maybe the game's going to freeze. Which, you know, wouldn't surprise me. There we go. Bit of an optimistic shot with the sniper rifle there, but we took it all the same. Where did you come from? And why haven't I overwatched you right in the face? Did he teleport? I think he teleported. I think he cheated. I mean, that's only fair, because I'm cheating as well. So yeah, there are these little delays in the alien turns. That is something that we're aware of, and hopefully it'll be fixed within the next couple of days. We're contemplating their existence. So we're not bleeding, which is good. Well, somebody wanted to see the shotgun, right? It's not really easy when you're this close. It's actually harder to hit something when you're up close. Let's just go and shoot him like right in the head with the shotgun. Now, we are still working on the camera angles, because I will admit that was very difficult to see what was going on there from that angle, but you cannot argue with the results. That shotgun absolutely murderized that thing. That must have been the guy that was round there. He sort of snuck up on us, which I'd take offence, great offence at. Where's that other guy? You are around there. Don't really have a good spot that I can try and hit you from, which annoys me immensely also. So we'll probably sort of, I don't know, sit here and hope for the best, really. Let's go ahead and how do I want to do this? Probably want to move you into something resembling cover. Yeah, there are at the moment we haven't got any. Oh, you need to reload as well, don't you? At the moment, we don't have any Disciples assets or Synedrian assets in the build. So everything is just going to be using New Jericho. There are some. You will find in some havens that there are some generic buildings. So you know, some of these buildings are generic buildings that you will see in ordinary havens. Because some of the New Jericho stuff's actually changed quite a bit as well. Let's go and end the turn. And I might cheat again if this goes on more than another couple of turns. Because we're not going to see anything particularly new in this mission here. That there are only crabmen. the Phoenix stuff is coming along. I mean, we decided that we wanted to put the Phoenix weapons in because they do offer more than a cosmetic difference. So obviously you've got the shotgun, which is a Phoenix weapon. You've got the grenade launcher, which is an alternative to the heavy's machine gun. You know, it does have a mechanical difference. It's not just a cosmetic thing. But the new Jericho models are just sort of in a more completed animation state than the Phoenix Project ones are at the moment. So let's go over here. We're doing a lot of just driving backwards and forwards in the Armadillo at the moment, but let's at least go and try and make this count and kill us some crab. He is hiding around that corner quite a lot, which is unfortunate. Let's go for the leg and see if we get lucky. He's in decent cover there, but it wasn't enough for him, so we'll accept that. So we reloaded with our heavy. Where's that other guy gone? You are hiding in that building. I don't really appreciate that all that much, if I'm honest. Well, we're not saving this for the Queen, are we? So let's go ahead and send a special delivery. There, we got him. There was some willpower there. We've chunked the building pretty well. Put some decent holes in there. Go back to our heavy weapon. Did we get everybody yet? I'm guessing we didn't, because the mission would have ended if we had. Did eventually gonna have to fight some AI fighting off the PV attack on a haven. Well, I mean, that's essentially what this is. This is a haven. The only thing at the moment is we don't have the defending forces. So at the moment it's just the player fighting the aliens. In the finished game, you would actually have the defending forces here fighting on your side. That's, of course, if you want to fight on the side of the defending forces, you might decide to turn traitor and just start shooting them all. Or you may just decide that you want to steal some of their stuff. You can see here that there are actually crates on this map, but they're not my crates. They belong to Synedrian. So, no, they're not Seagate. This is the Disciples of our New Haven. So we could steal from them if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and move forwards. We're still not seeing anything. I'm starting to wonder if it might not have bugged out. But we will definitely wait and see. I might just put you... I'm going to reload you, actually. Let's reload you. And, yeah, I don't think we need to put you on Overwatch. We'll do another turn. We got, oh no, here's one coming in. I like to pretend that the alien spawns that do nothing and are just really socially awkward. Yeah, I think that's it. I think the aliens spawn in and they see me and they're just sort of like, oh, okay. But we shall see. Right, you're actually going to move in a little bit. You've deployed your shield. Which, you know, is not the most useful thing against the Armadillo, let's be honest. Because if I come up here and get right in your face, which, let's be honest, I'm going to do, because I'm in a tank. And let's just probe the strength of your shield with our weapon here. Actually, saying that, it did quite well. It absorbed every single one of those shots. I was hoping one or two of them would get past it. But there you go, the power of the shield. Can we go ahead and move the sniper into a better position? We'll just go ahead and move up with the sniper. We'll try and kill that crab off on the next turn. If we can't do that, then we will we'll just sort of finish the rest of this mission off, so I can hopefully show you one of the other mission types. Are you going to come and punch the tank? Now you are, aren't you? Oh, you silly little derp. Can you ram your enemies with the tank? Yes, you can, but it's causing a bit of a performance issue in this current build, so while I'm streaming, I don't really want to do it in case I end up with like a massive frame drop or something like that. The way the environment destruction has changed too. Environment destruction still kind of works in the same way. The only difference is now everything isn't made of paper. So in the earlier builds, everything basically, if you walked past it and caused a draft, it'd fall down. So things are a little bit tougher now. You can actually damage stuff sometimes by just clipping it if you get really lucky, but we didn't in this particular occasion. Right, now that I'm behind you, block this. There we go, it's dead. Is that the end of the mission? Still not the end of the mission. Absolutely hates me, this game does. Right, one more end turn, we'll see what happens. If anything more spawns. Aliens get another turn apparently, so there's something still coming. Will there be a human equivalent of the shield? I believe there is one planned. We don't have one at the moment. There is a stun rod, which is basically your old-fashioned, you know, cattle prod, pointy stick. Although you do tend to just bash people over the head with it in this. But yes, I believe it is at least planned that there will be a human equivalent of the shield. Doesn't look like this mission is going anywhere at the moment, so I'm going to do my little usual being a filthy hacker. So bear with me a second there while I do that. And back we come. So this will now act as if I have just completed the Disciples of Anu Haven successfully. So you will see there's actually two different reputations. You have your reputation with the faction as a whole, but you also have reputation with individual factions as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, because we've defended a faction, because we've actually defended a haven here, you will actually now see on the map the alien nest. So this is the alien nest that attacked that haven, and you nearly always find them within the mist. If I go ahead and click on the alien base, you will see this purple circle. And this purple circle is basically its area of influence. So any haven that is within this purple circle, the aliens can attack. Now, these particular bases, these alien nests, they're just full of crabmen, and they have spawning pools for the crabmen. Now, what can happen with these alien nests is if you get 3 of them, and this purple area will grow over time, by the way, it gets larger and larger. If you get 3 of these alien bases and their sort of purple areas of influence overlap, 2 of them will become abandoned, and the third one, so essentially 3 of them merge down into one, the third one will become a queen's nest, and that is going to be quite a bit of a challenge. Hey Lolash, how are you doing? Just trying to run people through the geoscape here and also get myself to grips with this version of the build, because I haven't really had a chance to mess around with it yet. So we've got an alien base here in the mist. The mist is also going to expand as well. One thing that I would like to do before we do anything else is go back to base, and we are going to look at our squad. In fact, actually, we still don't even have enough food at the moment to hire somebody else, which is a little bit disappointing. But everybody is fully healed up. Let's go in and see if we can do some editing here. I do like the shotgun. I think I might keep the shotgun on my assault. A few of the things here you'll see are missing icons, like the Firecat grenade. The Firecat grenade is for the Firecat grenade launcher, if I actually have one. And I don't think I do, which is a real shame. I don't have a Firecat grenade launcher, and I so wish I did, because they are just awesome. Is that one, actually? Yeah, Firecat. Brilliant. I think it's just actually missing the icon. So we can go ahead and give you the Firecat. It's not showing there, of course, but he does have one. He does have it. And then we can go and take these Firecat grenades. So we do have... Was that a Firecat or was that the grenade? Phoenix Firecat grenade. Oh, that is just the grenade. No, I don't actually have the flipping launcher. Oh, out of all the things we could have got. Okay. Right, let's go ahead, give him his machine gun back. It is a little bit sort of clunky navigating through this at the moment. I mean, we can just go sort of class filter and limit this down quite a lot. And again, all of this will get tidied up. So, he didn't have any extra ammo either, did he? He wasn't carrying any for some reason. Have I lost my machine gun somewhere? Am I just blind? Can I not see it? A lot of grenades. Well, we've got the Phoenix grenades as well. The Phoenix Odin grenades, damage 6 versus a normal grenade that's damage 5. So the Phoenix grenades are actually a little bit better. Just a tiny bit better. There we go. There's the gun. So, that's fine. We'll leave you as you are, I guess. Maybe we'll pick one up on another mission. I don't know. Yeah, the Firecat is the grenade launcher. I do remember the grenade launcher actually has the icon image. I think that's just the grenade that doesn't have the icon right now. Will destroying the Queen's Nest yield more better rewards than just getting rid of normal nests? Yeah, you'll get more resources and things from doing it. Now, this is actually the way that the... Yeah, it's just the grenade launcher, the grenade itself. This is actually the way that the aliens progress in the campaign, is that they will spawn their bases on the map, and if you don't deal with the bases, those bases will combine to form larger bases, and those bases will combine, when there's enough of them, to form even larger bases, and then those bases will combine to form even larger bases, and eventually it gets to a certain point in that process where they just form one huge base, and then that is basically your endgame mission. If you let the aliens build that base, you've then got to go and deal with it. Chirons did not make it into this build. No, they're not quite ready yet. We do want to do a little bit more work with that. That says that's a Firecat ammo clip, so in that case it looks like we have put them in. See, the reason I don't know this is because I actually haven't had much of a chance to mess around with this build, so let's go ahead and take that. We'll take those clips. Looks like we've actually got it. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the Firecat. I think it's just maybe it's been misworded because it says Phoenix Firecat grenade and it's supposed to be grenade launcher. So we'll go ahead and take that with us. Let's just have a quick look at some of our other guys, particularly you. You're carrying around grenades. Let's go ahead and give you the Phoenix grenades because the Phoenix grenades are just better. We're going to put the shotgun in the top slot. Still not carrying it properly, but that is fine. And yeah, I think that'll be fine actually. We'll stick with you with we'll stick with the assault with the shotgun. Do we have some more shotgun ammo? Because you only get 2 shots. So I would prefer it if he was packing quite a lot. Right, okay, job is done. We can't hire any more troops right now. Let's go back to the geoscape and let's go and take a look at this alien nest. So you can always see what's happening within your sort of area of influence. You can also build these radar stations that will increase that as well. So you must locate and eliminate the spawner to destroy the nest. Let's go ahead and enter the nest to see what we've got. Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, the inventory will have sorting options, and you know, you'll be able to sort by class and sort by type and probably sort by faction and things like that. Again, as with everything else, we are in pre-alpha, so there's plenty of stuff that still needs to be done. It's mainly just to sort of get everything working. And as you can see, some of the issues that we have here... Oh, wow, what a start. What a start. Some of the issues that we have here with the random spawning, like we've brought the APC into the nest, and it's kind of in our own way, but that is fine. So right as we start this mission, I can see 5 types of enemies. So we have our Commodore Garden Crabman Brawler over here with his pincer and his shield. Over here we have our Mist Sentinel, and you've probably guessed this thing spews out mist. Over here we have our Hatching Sentinel, and you can see around it we have eggs, and these eggs are Mindfragger eggs. And if this thing gets to pull off its active ability, it will literally hatch all of the eggs around it, which we don't want to happen. Over here, right as we enter, right in front of us as we come in, we have the Terror Sentinel. The Terror Sentinel, if it gets to do its thing, will basically cause us all to fear and panic, which is something that we don't really want. So first thing I'm going to do is move forward slightly with my technician, and I'm going to go and drop down my turret. I think having that out here is an excellent idea. He has used a lot of his movement, but I'm going to try and bring him... Well, I'm not going to bring him back just yet. I've actually got to move... What am I going to do? Let's go ahead and use our sniper here. Put the sniper in the back of the armadillo. And yeah, this is the Terror Sentinel. Now this probably won't kill it. Famous last words. Oh, we actually got it, and it's going to die off. Great. Always good if you can deal with these things quite quickly. Can actually take a shot at the. Actually killed that off as well. I was trying to just weaken them a bit, not necessarily kill them off, but you guys will get plenty of opportunity to see them in action. Trust me on that one, you really will. I will go and trigger the Mist Sentinel though, because I really want to do that. So we have our assault here with our shotgun. You have the grenade launcher, the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher, the thingy. He really does have it. Let's move up a little bit with you. And I'm just going to move back a little bit with... let's move the assault guy out as well. And then I'll move back a bit with the technician because I want to try and keep him a bit safer if I can. So let's go in and have a closer look at that grenade launcher. There we are. So we're actually rolling with the Phoenix grenade launcher. He's holding it a little bit weird at the moment. We still need to sort that the animation out for that. Ah, well, you know, it's designed to be scary, but we'll see. Let's go. Can we take a shot at this guy? We can. So this fires a grenade, and you can see we have multiple grenades. It actually it has 10 grenades in this thing, and do have to be careful where you fire it. You know, friendly fire is a thing, so you definitely don't want it like exploding in your face. Let's go ahead and fire it there. There we go. So that did a nice bit of damage. Took his shield off. Took him down to 1 health and given him 5 bleeds. I think he might be dead on the next turn. Let's go ahead and just end the turn and see what happens. Grenades go over cover, they do, but they can also hit high cover, so you do have to be careful if you're standing under something. It could bounce off that and explode. So just like bullets, grenades, missiles, rockets, they basically detonate on impact with whatever they hit. So the turret's actually taking a shot at the Mist Sentinel, and I'm kind of glad that it did that, because now that Mist Sentinel is going to activate. You can see now that it is preparing. So it's going to spew some mist out. And what I think I might do... Have we actually put this in? Can I pick up the turret? Well, let me pick up the turret. I don't want the turret to fire at it if at all possible, but we'll see what happens. Let's just go ahead and move forwards with a few people. We've spotted an enemy. This is another crab. Well, you know what? We have some grenades. Yeah, you see there's a bit of an issue with targeting. That might be because I am going to hit something with it if I'm not careful. I'm not in a good position to use it. And that is the downside of using the grenade launcher. You do need a fair bit of space. Let's go and move in with you. And hopefully I'm not going to set off like 1,000 mine fragger eggs, but you never can guarantee that. We have removed his cover. Not all that useful. Probably can't get close enough to shotgun him. That's not strictly true, actually, because I could do that, and then we could use our exertion, get most of our action points back, and then just go and put a shotgun shell right in his ear. And let's go ahead and do that. How you doing, fella? Off he goes. We did notice down here there are some more eggs. Now the eggs won't hatch normally unless you get too close to them or you damage them. But the hatcher sentinels will cause you some problems. I can't even move over here right now because of the annoying turret there. So let's go ahead and who's in there? It's our sniper that's in there. Let's go ahead and get him out of there, because we might find another use for him later. So let's go ahead and just end the turn. So the Mist Sentinel is now going to start to pump out the mist. Now this mist is fairly dynamic. You can see some of it is just fallen off the edge there. So mist will actually... it'll climb over things, it'll seep through things, it'll trickle down over the side of things. So it doesn't just spread, it will eventually find its way up and over walls, it will go through windows, it'll find its way through doors. We have stuff spawning. I do not appreciate stuff spawning, especially when stuff is spawning behind me. So if you wouldn't mind not doing that, that'd be excellent. So we've got our weird little light pod things here. So this isn't underwater. A lot of people have asked the question. I mean, obviously it has its underwater theme. We've got sort of corals and things like that. There goes the Mist Sentinel, but it's already pumped some mist out, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and start moving up with people. Now we spotted some more mine fragger eggs, but I think we're fine. So, the effects of the mist. If one of your soldiers is standing in the mist, you will lose 1 will point for every turn you're in it. If the aliens are in the mist, they will gain 1 will point for every turn they are in it. It blocks your line of sight, but it does not block the aliens' line of sight. And if you are in the mist, they can see you. They know where you are. So we don't really want to go through that. And these maps are huge, by the way. This is one of the smaller alien bases. So let's just have a quick look at this. And again, they are procedurally generated, so you know you will see differences in them. So this is where we came in, down here at the bottom of the map, in the middle. We've got a spawn point over here to our left, which is where that hatching sentinel was. We've got a spawn point down here to our right. We've got some more eggs. We've got this sort of bridgeway across the middle, and then we get into this next part of the base, which, as you can see, is still absolutely huge. I mean, I know it's very dark when I zoom out this far, but you can just see the sort of the size of this base. The map is absolutely huge, and we need to sort of get right to the end. With 4 soldiers, I'm probably not going to make it, but you know what? I'm going to press on and see what we can do. Don't really want to go through the mist if I can help it, but we might have to. So let's go ahead and move forward. The mist will spread. It will also dissipate. It's probably going to dissipate right into my face. So if we end the turn here, there's probably going to be stuff spawning in behind me as well, which is, it's never nice, to be honest. Why kill the aliens? What's the law on that? Well, you know, the aliens are basically slowly taking over the planet, and the aliens are attacking. We're just defending ourselves, really. They've already wiped out most of humanity. Although Synedrian don't necessarily want to wipe out the aliens. Synedrian would quite happily live in peace with them, but that means a way of sort of you know, trying to make contact with them and trying to get them to be our friends. They are the aggressors, yeah. I mean, we're attacking this base, but we're only attacking this base because they attacked a haven in the first place. Let's go ahead and end the turn again. I want the mist to dissipate a little bit, and I also want to see if that alien, that crabman behind us moves a little bit closer. I don't think he wants to. I think he might be a little bit shy. Let's go ahead and move forwards. So I am running through the mist here, but I'm not ending my turn in it, so it's fine. We can just about get through it, and then we'll get a crabman with a grenade that's just going to launch straight into my face. That's usually what happens. So we do have a spare turret on our tech, which is nice. Does being in the mist risk infection? Not in this build. But the mist will have many different and negative and wondrous effects for the aliens also by the final game. Obviously, it is our first implementation of the mist in this backer build. But I really like the way the guys have done the mist. I don't want to sort of put all credit on various people, because it is a huge team effort to get all this to work. But I believe it was Dennis, one of our programmers, that actually programmed the mist itself and the way that it sort of spawns and expands and climbs over things and flows through things. He did an amazing job with that. And then there's Carmen, our visual effects artist, who I believe is responsible for the visual appearance of the mist and all those sort of weird swirling electrical effects that it's got in there. I know I was present in a meeting when the team actually sampled about 5 or 6 different variations on the mist, different effects, different colours, different patterns, and I actually quite like where it went. I do love those little sort of electrical swirls almost that it has in there. There we go. I was mainly just stalling for the crabmen to wake up and do stuff. So, where do we go from here? So you've got him around that corner. Which way do we need to be heading? I think we need to get round there, don't we? There's a spawn point there to the left. Very worried about this. There's a lot of guys. You have a shield. Let's go ahead and move forwards with our assault. And I think we might just put you on Overwatch. And we can probably move around here, possibly take a... Oh, sugar. Okay, well, that happened. Let's deal with this guy. We can probably shoot him in the back. I mean, he has less armor in the legs. If we can just shoot this arm off, then he can't actually hit us with his pincer anymore. Let's just see if we can shoot the arm off. There we go. He's... oh, I don't think we actually got it. I think we did it, hit him for 3. Not quite enough. Okay, now I'm slightly worried. Let's move around the corner a little bit more. Probably trigger 5 more aliens along the way, but, you know. Let's make it interesting. Can I hit anybody? Right, let's use Mr. Heavy. Let's go and see if we can do anything with this grenade launcher. Can we hit anything? Can we get lucky? Can we get dirty? So see, we can't actually hit this guy around here because the rock is in the way. The wall is actually sort of blocking the shot. That looks incredibly risky to me. Do you know what? No risk, no reward, right? I actually hit both of my guys and I didn't think I would. So what have I done here? I've broken my gun. I've broken both of your arms. Well, that was an excellent start. This is why you shouldn't mess around with grenade launchers. Very dangerous. Well, Overwatch with the sniper. Well, at least we killed that crab man. I mean, that was a success, right? So these guys over here aren't too much of a problem. So, providing this crabman doesn't come over here and just instantly murderize me, what I can try and do is repair lots of arms. There's my shot from my sniper. Unfortunately, it didn't really do a lot. Oh, you've turned up from behind. How nice of you. And smash. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're still experimenting with the UI, even though the quick select wheel itself is technically gone. You can still cycle between the weapons by pressing X on the keyboard. You can also still use the 1, 2 and 3 keys to switch between the weapons as well. There's a lot of bad guys on this map now. We're taking a lot of... This guy hasn't moved yet. This is the one that's worrying me. I'm waiting for it. Ah, excellent. There's one behind me. Well, he's going to get shot at by the turret. So this is the other problem you've got to watch with these alien maps as well, because there's lots of spawn points, and as you'll notice, the maps aren't square. There's lots of nooks and crannies and corners and places for things to hide in. Really, really annoyed that I managed to grenade myself. Again, it is a user interface issue. The display wasn't showing that I was in range of being hit, so looks like we might lose the assault here, which would be harsh but fair. I mean, I did kind of screw up. Yeah, bye-bye assault. We're not fixing that one. There we go. We get the automatic fire from the turret on that guy. So let's do this properly. Let's take our technician. We're going to go ahead and use technician heal on ourselves, which will actually heal our broken arms. So that's good. Although we did destroy our weapon, which is not ideal. Let's go ahead and switch to our pistol on our sniper. And we'll go ahead and attempt to shoot this guy in... What do I want to shoot this guy in? What has the least armor? I think that might have been his head. We're very close to him. It's very, very, very difficult to hit things when you're this close. Let's just go and take a normal shot. 3 damage, actually. That wasn't bad. Let's take another shot. There we go. He's got 1 bleed. He is done for. Let's just finish him off. And we could take a shot on this guy. In fact, there's no reason why we shouldn't. Let's try and shoot him in the leg, because he has less armor points there. There we go. That works out well for us. Now, I could use another grenade here. It's probably safe, because if we can hit there, that's far enough away from everybody, right? Yeah, good. That works. Now, what I'm not sure of, yes, it might still be there. We might be able to pull this off. On the next turn, probably, is I'm going to attempt, though probably somewhat optimistically, to pick up that shotgun. Is there going to be fog of war to limit your line of sight? There isn't fog of war as such, but there'll be a thing called perception. So you'll still be able to sort of see the whole map as such, but you will have a limit to how far you can see, and it's based on your sort of perception level. So something that has a higher perception will be able to see things further away. Because yes, at the moment, line of sight is infinite. It's one of the things that makes these particular alien-based missions different, because there are so many sort of weird and wonderful corners and nooks and crannies and places for things to hide that it breaks line of sight quite well. Many of the Haven maps are actually quite open, so it's very easy to see things that are right across the map. Not too sure how well this is going to go. You're going to attack the turret. If you don't destroy the turret, which you didn't because you just whiffed it, the turret's going to shoot that and kill you, so that's fine. One thing I have noticed, I'm not sure whether it's intended behaviour or not, is if you do get controlled by a mind fragger and you are in line of sight of your turret will fire at your own soldier. Because the turret always fires at the end of the turn. Oh dear, we're going to take another hit on our poor old sniper. Well, at least he whiffed it a little bit. He's not bleeding, so that's good. Right, okay, sniper, what are you going to do here? Let's just... Still got some bullets in the gun. Let's just finish him off. And I'm very sorry, Mr. Sniper, I do feel sorry for you. Let's go ahead and have a look at our inventory. And we can see on the ground here, there is a shotgun. And... do you know what? It doesn't matter how much stuff we take. It's 25% of your action points, regardless of what you pick up. So, do we want a grenade? Do we want a pistol? I think we get rid of the PDW ammo. We don't need that. And just pick up more shotgun shells. And yep, I think that's probably enough. And then we can... so yeah, you can still use X to switch between the weapons. And you can also use... oh, we haven't got them activated. You should be able to use the 1, 2 and 3 keys as well. So let's go over here and heal up our sniper. I'm amazed that we've got this far, to be honest. Because I'm doing a terrible job. Yeah, I mean, if we actually had progression in at this point, this sniper would be getting some serious promotions. He has done some sterling work. Also noticed a bit of a bug there. My ammo doesn't seem to be going down on the grenade launcher, which it obviously should be, but it isn't. Okay, let's not move anybody any further forwards. I just want to see if we can get to the Crabman spawning pool, because I've never managed to reach it yet. And I would love to be able to. Got a guy moving in behind us. Here's a brawler, so he's got to get close to really do anything. At least we didn't pop all of the mine fraggers. Luckily on this map, all of the sentinels seem to be near the door, so if you can get past the sentinels at the beginning, it's not too bad. But there are still these, plenty of spawn points around the map. It's also worth noting that, there are some big gaps, but you can clear them a lot easier with the Heavy's jetpack. Did you just see the turret and run away? That's what it felt like. It felt like he saw the technician's turret and a pile of his friends' bodies next to it, and just decided, you know what? I don't need to be there. Come on, Crabs, what are you planning? I don't like it when you take a long turn. It just means that you're planning something nefarious. Now, there shouldn't be any queens on this mission, so that's good. Ah, there we go. Are you the same? Are you the same crab? You're going to attack the turret now, aren't you? He didn't do any damage to it, but he did actually manage to destroy the gun component, so the turret is now useless. Can we see stuff? Yes, we can. Kind of. Where do we need to reach? I think we need to get up there. There's definitely a specific objective. I think that's going to be it. Let's move up to here with the heavy. Probably finding 27 other enemies along the way. We can send this one from downtown. Oh, that's good. That's good. That was nice. Let's go ahead and put you back on the shotgun. Not necessarily all that useful at this range. But as you got your PDW destroyed, we will... I'm going to reload the pistol with the sniper because I think having his pistol ready was really good for him, and we'll just sort of push up to the middle. Hopefully we're not going to eat a grenade to the face. Are the alien bases going to grow bigger and more complicated layout, multiple levels? Maybe. The different types of bases will have different layouts and the maps will be different sizes. So he bleeds out. Oh, really wish I'd have... I don't think there was any way that I could have gotten the armadillo round on this map. Again, it's worth remembering that in the finished game, you won't necessarily always be able to bring a vehicle with you, because simply you won't be able to deploy it, which should be the case here, really, but... You're still going to attack the turret, even though the turret doesn't have a gun on it anymore. That's fine. If he just wants to stand there attacking the turret, he can. I'm alright with that. We've got one coming in behind us here. Like I said, he is a brawler, so I'm not too concerned. He's got to get close to do anything, and I'm going to keep pushing forwards. You're going to fire a grenade. I can... Oh, no. I honestly thought he was there. So let's keep moving forwards with this heavy. And his seemingly infinite supply of grenades. And we are going to just cheese the crap out of this. There we go. You're done for. You're sneaking up behind me, so I think we'll be fine as long as we just keep pushing forwards. What can you see? You can see that guy up there. That guy is melee. He's got a shield. So we don't really have to worry about you. There might be some other aliens. There's apparently plenty of aliens around that I can't quite see. Might be nice if we can put that other turret down. Give us a bit of protection. Maybe on another turn. Let's end the turn to see what happens. If that brawler comes around the corner, I might just run back with the technician and shoot him with a shotgun. If the missile launcher is an attachment to the armour, do you need to prepare it as one of the 3 items, or the missile shot will always be available? So the missile launcher for the heavy is a piece of special equipment, but it does require you to have the right piece of armour to attach it to. So if you want to take the heavy's missile launcher with you, you'll need to be wearing the heavy's chest piece. You can't attach it to like an assault chest piece or anything like that. And then obviously you need to carry spare missiles in order to fire them as well. If I actually manage to survive this, or even if I don't and I get back to the geoscope, I'll try and show it. I did show it off at the beginning of towards the beginning of the stream, sort of chopping and changing the parts. That guy that was behind us, he doesn't appear to have followed us. You're behind us, I'm not bothered about you. You have dropped down, which is potentially a problem. Okay, let's go and start moving forwards. We're almost definitely going to run into trouble very soon. Like, very soon. I can sense it. I don't think I can hit this guy because he is on that lower tier. I don't think I've got a chance of getting a grenade anywhere near his postal zone. Actually, we might. It's like a little firework. There we go. Well, that's messed his day up. I'll take that. So, alien turn. Are you going to start... You're still hitting that turret? That's fine. Okay, turret's gone now. Might start hitting the armadillo next. So one good thing about the fact that you can hire more soldiers in this build, and you can actually bring up to 8 soldiers on the Manticore, which means you could essentially have 7 soldiers and 1 soldier in the Manticore, and still have 7 soldiers that are usable. Because at the moment you're always down to 3 when you're trying to use that. So we probably want to get up here, probably with our sniper. Let's just go and run up to the top. So these are the ladders that we posted on our previous update that are all like these weird growths and spines and things. You know, they're not like sort of human-esque ladders. Now, where are we trying to head to? Like I said, I haven't done this mission before, so I'm not 100% sure where I'm even trying to reach. Somewhere there is a spawning pool. And I do not know where it is. So I may end up just getting frustrated and giving up. You are getting closer. That is something that we do not like. So we'll leave that be. And it actually might be good for you guys to discover completing the mission on your own. Which is totally my excuse for the fact that I don't know where the thing is. It is somewhere on the map. I know vaguely what it looks like. Let's move a little bit further forwards. We'll sort of do one more turn here. Because I'm about to end the stream anyway. It's almost 2 AM here. And there's still much stuff to do. In the final build, if the armadillo gets banged up pretty bad, is there supposed to be repair time to use it or again? I'm not 100% sure of the answer of that off the top of my head. I believe so. There'll be time and obviously resources as well. So it'll cost you some resources to get it fixed. You are getting continually closer. And that is not something I enjoy. Yeah, they're actually ignoring the armadillo now, so now that it's unattended. We've actually somewhere over here got a mind fragger. But I'm not going to be completing this mission. That's basically enough of the alien base. Just going to do my my usual little cheaty bits because I can. Yeah, I'll show the inventory. The inventory in the tactical map is still the same as it was in the previous backer builds. So there we go. Alien nest destroyed. All factions attitude gets increased. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Manticore here. We're going to fly to Kesh. And that gives us a refuel because we built a refueling station there. Let's just fly all the way back over to our base. And we still don't have enough food to hire someone else. We've actually lost somebody now. We still don't have our assault. But if we go into the squad roster and we go into edit soldier. So here's the heavy actually. So you can see at the moment the heavy has the rocket launcher. So we could go ahead and put this on class filter. And we could go ahead and just give him his normal weapon back. Give him his machine gun back. Get rid of this ammo. And give him like a machine gun. They're the missiles. So the way this works, let's turn the class filter off. You'll see that we've got various different bits of armor. So this is standard armor. So I can go ahead and change the heavy's head out with like a normal standard assault head. We can change his legs out with the normal standard assault legs. And you'll see here on the right hand side, these are parts that are attached to the various bits of armor. So if I go and change this for the standard torso, it unequips the rocket launcher because the rocket launcher can't attach to the standard torso. It says not available. If we attach this one, we've now got an equipment slot, and that equipment slot allows us to attach the rocket launcher to it. What we could do, of course, is if we go over to our technician, for example, because the technician's torso also has an attachment slot, so we could attach. He's not going to let us do it. I know there are some combinations that work. but not this time around. Have I gained another rocket launcher there? Looks like we have. Yeah, I won't do it that way around. So those ones are now class specific. So you do have to have the right armor on if you want to be able to attach certain things, which is fine. That makes sense, you know. So the sniper is green armor, the technician is yellow armor, the heavy is red armor. It's all color coded on the inventory, so you can see what you've got there. Is that just a standard torso piece? Yeah, nothing particularly special about that. But yeah, we do have the Phoenix weapons in there. So we've got the shotguns. Anything that starts with PX is basically Phoenix Project. Anything that starts with NJ is New Jericho. So we've got the Phoenix Project Mercy, which is the shotgun. We have the Firecat, which is the grenade launcher. We don't have any in the inventory at all at the moment, but I'm sure when I checked earlier, we have the stun rods in here as well. Have we got the Phoenix point pistols? I believe the Phoenix pistols are also included in this build. That's the Phoenix pistol there, yeah. So we've got the Phoenix pistol, the Phoenix grenades, which are slightly better than the New Jericho ones. New Jericho sniper rifle. Can you set a third ready item while the missile launcher is attached? You can, because the missile launcher is... well, at least you should be able to. Let's go over there. So we can put a grenade in. So yeah, so we can do that. So you can have 3 ready items, and then you can have up to 3 attached items depending on what's available and what you've got there. So you do have an encumbrance amount, so you won't be able to carry too much stuff around. But that's basically how that works. And what we've got in this build, and I did point this out before, providing you have 1 copy of something. So let's say we want to build another New Jericho pistol. So we select the pistol, we hit this button down here, and it tells me what it's going to cost. It's going to cost me 18 materials and 1 tech, and we can hit manufacture, and we get ourselves another pistol. And if we want to create ammo for something, so say we don't have any ammo for the pistol, we can select the pistol, we can click this button down here, and it tells us how many resources. We hit manufacture, and tells us how many we have in our stores. Do that again. And now somewhere in here we will have 4 magazines for the Phoenix pistol. So it's just good stuff to use your resources on there, and that's basically how the geoscape works. You will get more missions and things that pop up. Obviously the simulation is paused. You can unpause it with that button there. You can hit space to pause it and unpause it. You can toggle the time between slow, normal, and fast. If you pick your transport and right click to travel somewhere, it will automatically unpause and pause when you get there. So it's quite intuitive. If you're in between flying to somewhere and something pops up on the map, it'll automatically pause for you as well. And yeah, you can also build radar stations which increase your visibility range, so you can only see if a haven is being attacked if it is within range of one of your radar stations or one of your transports. And if something is, if you haven't uncovered something and it's being attacked, you won't know about it. You need to discover it first. But they're basically the new features that are in this build. Like I said, this particular build is an early sort of press build. It's not quite there yet. This isn't quite the same version that backers will be getting on Monday, because we are still working sort of over the weekend and throughout the day on Monday, just sort of fixing some of these bugs. I know that the guys at the studio are going to be playing this build a lot over the weekend and finding bugs and getting them all patched out, hopefully. So thanks a lot for watching. I will upload this stream to the channel if you want to watch it again, or watch it from the beginning if you missed any of it. I will, over the next couple of days, be making a edited video where I just basically show off the features and don't really spend, you know, how long have we been going? An hour and 40 minutes. I'll just, you know, it'll probably be about 45 minutes long, where we just go through the main features, show what's new, show what's been added, show how things work, hopefully with less bugs. And there'll be one on the official Phoenix Point channel as well. I always tend to do these test runs on my own channel, because I like, you know, I mumble a lot and I forget things and I'm still trying to work out stuff, because I will get a build and I will play something and it'll work a certain way, and then half an hour later I'll get sent another build and something's changed. So it does take me a little bit of time to sort of get used to all the changes that are in the build and then go off and do it. So yeah, the one that appears later on my channel and the one that will appear on the official Phoenix Point channel will be more concise and edited down for your enjoyment. Crabs get their guns. Crabs will, yes, crabs will get their machine guns. I haven't run into many of them yet in this particular build, but they do indeed exist. So thanks a lot for coming to watch, guys. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you next time I do a video. So until then, goodbye for now.